Alright, we picked up a 73 Z1. Kind of original paint. It's got some stickers, what have ya. Bike appears to be all original, with the exception of the seats and aftermarket. The exhaust is aftermarket, and this stuff here. But it's got 36,000 miles. And I think what we're going to try to do is we're just going to try to get it running first and see what we think about it. And gas tank's not too bad on the inside. Needs a little bit of stuff, but need a little bit of brake work. Carbs seem to move. Original grips. Original gauges. Notice that the mile per hour and ND have a gap on 73. It's very interesting. Original gauges. If you go to the front of the motorcycle, got the nice original VIN number. This is a later 73, however it is a 73. Frame's perfect, no damage. I got a lot of dry rotted stuff, little surface rust here and there. Got the right smooth forked ears on it. Got a lot of, if we go to the motor here, we can see some things that aren't real good, but got a little bit of goop here, a little bit of spray here and there. But all in all, not bad. So we got bad news. I wanted to be cool and ride an unrestored bike, but it's looking more and more now like it's not going to happen. We're going to pull the cylinder head off. We took the ugly header off the bike, and where the stud goes in here, it was broken out. So to fix this right, we're going to have to pull the head off and either fix that or replace it with another head. So it's not looking as nice as I liked. The paint's starting to come off the motor, and although this is an original 73 block, notice that it's smooth right here where the serial number is, and it's got the big digits here. This is a 73 block. In mid 74, they came out with a little ridge around the block. So this is an authentic cylinder block. So while the paint's coming off, we just don't know right now, but we're gonna have to look into it. So we might wind up just cleaning up the motor after we take it apart. You can see there's all kinds of goop. Genuine 73 carburetors with junk all over them. This is all junky, so I think we're gonna take the motor apart and try to make a good one out of it and see where we're at with it, but we'll definitely keep you all posted. Hi, I'm Johnny from Johnny's. This is our bad news bike. I call it the bad news bike because we got the bike, it was original paint, I wanted to ride it as an everyday rider, and then we started finding all kinds of issues with us. Okay, as you can see, we have it torn down. The pistons look pretty good. There's really very little blow-by past the rings. We're going to put new rings in it, but I think we're going to be able to stay with these pistons. The bike seems really original. If you come to the front of the dyno cover, you can see this rib goes straight through. This is an early Z1 dyno cover. Right here's the difference. There's a cylinder right here, 73 only, with no O-ring. Takes the one-piece head gasket. And we're going to rip the cases down. Because of the condition of the paint on the cases, we're going to get these, we're going to look into Ace powder coating and see what they can do with the cases. I don't know if we can powder coat them or not, but we will definitely let you know on that. And you can see the thing just totally full of grease, caked. Front sprocket's basically hooked and worn out. But if we come around here, the frame is just perfect. Got a nice straight steering pin right here. It's all straight. This is all nice. This is a nice frame. We're going to take the forks and we're going to rebuild them. We're going to polish this out. We're going to replace these rubbers. And probably we're going to replace this ear here because it's bent and clean it up a little bit. But all in all, we have a very, 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 very solid start on a 73 Z1. If you go back here, we're going to get all these parts here powder coated. And this was just a bike that had 36,000 miles on it and had some time on it. Everything appears to be in really, really good shape. You were saying earlier, we have the original front sprocket cover with no writing on it, which was 73. The same goes here for the rear backing plate. There was no warning indicator or no wear bar. This is all nice and smooth. That's the way it came. Battery box, tool tray over here. It's very, very, very well preserved stuff. If you come over here, you're going to see the cylinder head. This is the head that came off the bike. One thing I like about it, we tore it apart and the oil still looks clean. So they cleaned the oil. That's probably explains why we don't have a lot of blow-by and stuff. But someone took care of it. Got a broken screw here. We're going to take this out. That's not the end of the world. But there's no broken fins on the outside, and the spark plug holes look all pretty good. And the issue that we had, while we call it the bad news bike, this is what made us decide to fix it. This exhaust stud here was broken. As you can see right here, this is all eaten away. I didn't want to take a chance on riding it and having burn a valve because we had a leak or something. So we're going to repair this head and make it look just like this again. And of course we make the exhaust studs for these bikes. Okay. We'll come over here. This is the majority of the stuff. We've got the early style swing arm bolt. Got the little notch here. And the majority of the stuff we're just going to degrease and get replated. You can see someone had tried to paint the rear frame and they painted the rear spacer in the meantime. We're going to dress this all up. There's a sprocket. And this is a 73 only because there's no line here. So we're going to replace the sprocket, and we make these nuts, these locks. And I believe this is original rear sprocket on a motorcycle. I believe this to be original. So if we come over to here, these are the camshafts. This is 73 and early 74 only. The camshafts are hollow. So you can see all the way through it. Take my finger away. Okay. They're hollow. We've got all the cams or the cam followers and stuff. We have all the shims marked where they belong. We're going to replace all this rubber stuff. You can see how the wheels are worn here a little bit. But not the end of the world. We're going to replace this stuff, but it was not the end of the world. Something else I want to point out. Obviously, someone has painted these. But 73, early 74 head bolts like this, or head nuts you would call them, they come straight down and out. This is an early style nut. This is a very, very, very good bike to restore. I kind of want it to be original, but we're going to restore it. And if we come over here, okay, there's our gas tank over there in the rack. We're gonna clean that up, clean out the tank a little bit, and then over here we have your basic stuff that we have on all of them. The rear inner fender. This is actually pretty nice. These are getting hard to find like this. And here's your air box. So we're gonna kind of go through all this stuff and we'll keep you posted on the progress. This is a 73 Z1 that we bought. We call this the bad news bike because we saw some issues. So right here, we're gonna have to fix this. Hilo's gonna weld this up. Then we're going to put threads back in there. And we have the exhaust studs in stock that we're going to use. We make them. Okay, this head originally was black, but the previous owner of this motorcycle somehow must have blasted us or something at one time, as there's no paint here at all. Okay, our next issue here is there's no, well, it's not an issue, there's no broken fins. So this should be a pretty easy head to do. If you come over here, look at all the valves out. So we're gonna inspect all the valves and see what kind of margin they have on them. Maybe we'll use these, maybe we won't. But next we have the cylinder. As we said earlier before, 73 only was smooth right here. It takes a one-piece head gasket. No broken fins. And you can see it says 903 on the cylinder right here. So we're going to check the piston and wall clearance and see how it is. Maybe we'll put rings in it. Maybe we'll bore it out. I don't know. So then the next is the engine cases. The genuine VIN number in 73 was smooth. The engine block was smooth right here, and it was stamped right here. So this is genuine numbers. So we're going to talk to Ed at Ace Powder Coating and see if he can powder coat the engine cases for us. So that's going to be our next stop. So we're going to run these over to Ed, and then also we have a cam cover here. We had the cam cover vapor blasted. So it was vapor blasted, and we had our polisher polish the outsides of it. Now we're going to have Ed powder coat this black also, because 73 only was black. Okay. Here's some of our other parts. The cams, as we talked before, 73 only had hollow cams. See the holes going through the center of the cam? Okay. And then we have a bunch of other parts for it. Get the pistons and stuff and all the valve springs. We're going to test all that stuff to make sure it's good. The crankshaft appears to be okay. The taper here looks good. All the surfaces look pretty good. We kind of looked at the transmission over. It looks pretty good. We're going to examine it all the way, but we think this is all good. And here's the genuine bolts here. We're going to replace this cam chain. These are all the genuine bolts here that we're going to get replated. These are all the case bolts. So we'll replate those, and then we'll put that in the motorcycle. So we'll keep you posted, and hopefully we'll have this bike done in a month or so. I've got these here at Ace Powder Coating, and I've got, this is the 73 Z1 Bad News bike. We've degreased the cases, and we're going to get them powder coated because in 73 only they were black. So here's the cases, and these are just some normal brackets for Johnny's stock. We're going to do these in gloss, all Z1 stuff. Ace Powder Coating, vapor blast this. This is a vapor blasted. I need to get it painted black, but I've already sent it to my polisher to get it polished. Okay. So what I need to do is do this in semi-gloss black.
Yeah,
same as the engine cases. Okay. You want to do that. Then I have the cylinder head. And I just noticed we have a washer. There's a head bolt washer here, but that's probably pretty easy to get out, isn't it? Okay. No broken fins. And if you notice, the main reason why we called this the Bad News bike was because this was all busted out. So as you can see, we've repaired this so it'll accept the 6mm studs. So we would like to make this also semi-gloss.
Oh, you want just semi-gloss?
Yeah, the whole motor is going to be semi-gloss.
All right.
Then I have the cylinder also that I want to make semi-gloss. Okay, and the last thing, since it's raining out on our wonderful Saturday, this is where Johnny's also gets these front hubs done for the Z1s and H2s. So we're going to carry some of this stuff inside so it doesn't rust. And we'll take you for a real quick tour of Ed's place. We're here at Ed's shop. We like dealing with Ed. He's a true motorcycle enthusiast. We've been working with his helper Kenny, who's his manager. But anyway, Ed's into everything. Cleveland football stadium, when they tore it down, he's got the benches, he's got the posters, got the motorcycle in the showroom. Cleveland is Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He's got Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stuff everywhere you look. I love it. Elvis. Got some old AMA stuff here. BSA gas tank. He's got the Beatnik BMW bobber here. Models. It's nice when you deal with true enthusiasts. It's better for the product and the end result. So we'll keep you posted when we pick this stuff up and show you how nice it is. Hi, this is the Bad News Bike. If you remember, we were going to make this bike a nice everyday rider with the original paint, which was how we got it. But one thing led to another, and on, and we didn't get a chance to do that. So here's how it's looking. As I said before, we started with an absolute perfect frame. And right here, we can see the frame here, the center post. It's all perfect. Never been touched. This is an untouched frame. Beautiful, beautiful. Right here is where they drilled the holes here and stuff. I mean, that's all nice. Usually they at least crack. This one's been perfect. We didn't have to touch the frame. So if you go here, we got the steering lock here, which is nice. This is all powder coated. We have the new Timken style bearings in there in the fork stem. Up here, we're using our bolts. These are the handlebars that we import from Japan. The fork tubes are nice. The fender is pretty nice. We've got genuine rims, powder coated hub. These are spokes that we sell here at the shop. We import these from Japan. Continental tires. They just came out with these tires. They look pretty cool. We like them a lot. We have the polished fork legs. They're really nice on this bike. We have the screws, the hubcap. This all has new bearings in the front wheel, new seal. And this is all really nice parts. This is a part that we also make up here, the bolt going through the steering stem. This is all genuine parts that have been replated. We have these caps polished. And if you go into here, there's really, really nice, good used parts here. This is a really nice pedal with no road rash. Got a little mark here from that's where it hits the foot peg, and no one will ever see that. These studs are replated swing arm bolt. We had all this stuff here powder coated, the tool tray, the battery box, the terminal block. We're running a regulator rectifier from Rick's Electric. They gave us a couple of these to try out, and we'd been using them, and these are pretty good guys out there. So Rick turned us on to some stuff for it, and we really appreciate his generosity. And that mounts really nice to the bottom here. I mean, this is pretty cool. We got all the nice rubbers and stuff. We used up our last NOS brake rod here. We've got we make this bolt here. We have the nice genuine pin here. This is all cleaned up, nice chrome bar here, and all nice replated stuff here. Gorgeous bolts right here. Backing plates all been polished out, really nice. Beautiful rim locks. These are actually new, made in Japan. These are about probably 40 years old, these rim locks. And as you can see here, we have the nice bolts going through. These are our chain adjuster bolts right here. They go through the back. Notice that the Z1 has the small bolts. These are 8mm bolts instead of the 10. This is the size of the thread here. And this is all replated stuff here. These are our shock bolts. We make these here. These are our shock nuts that we have that we get from Colony. The shocks have all been rebuilt. These are the springs have been rechromed, and Hilo put these all together. So we're making some headway here. If you come to this side of the motorcycle also, you can see that these are the sprocket locks that we make. These are our sprocket nuts. We polished this out. This is a new seal. And if you notice here on the rear sprocket carrier, there's no line here. It's nice and smooth. That's 73 only. Right where my finger's at. No line. So that's a pretty good part there. This is the right swing arm for the bike. It all came together. And here's all our replated stuff here and powder coated. This is all by Ace Powder Coating here. And this is all replated nut here and everything. And we rebuilt the seat lock and stuff here. This all works pretty good here. This is where the seat pin goes down in through, and really nice bike. So we're gonna keep you posted on this. We're building it day by day, and we're running Continental tires. It looks pretty cool. And we sell these reproduction sprockets right here. Notice that they say 35 on them. If you order another company sprockets, they're going to have the manufacturer all over it. You know, like say a different brand like Sunstar or something. They'll say Sunstar on 'em. We sell these sprockets that say 35 only, and that was just like they had genuine. So keep in touch with us here. You'll see this is all pretty nice stuff, and we'll show you the progress day by day. We'll have some more stuff for you tomorrow. Okay, here's our 73 motor. We had this coated over at Ace Powder Coating. Color's pretty nice. Motor looks good. Crankshaft is excellent. Has a new cam chain. Crankshaft's pretty nice. Everything's pretty nice. There's no welding or anything on here. Got the clutch in on the other side. If you come to this side of the motorcycle, or the motor, we had this kickstart shaft replated. So we're gonna start putting this motor together all the way tomorrow probably. But as you can see, everything's looking pretty good. Come around the front. And now is the time to do the cam chain, obviously, because you have to have the crankshaft out to put the camshaft in, then you bolt the cases together. So this is gonna be really nice motor here. So I hope everybody likes it, and if you go behind you, you can see we had the cylinder head powder coated, we had the valve cover. First we had it aqua blasted, then we had it polished, then we took it back and had it powder coated on the top. We still have to address we're going to file down the edges of the fins, and same with the cylinder and stuff. So it's all come along pretty good, and hopefully we'll have this motor done here in a couple days. But we just wanted to show you what it looks like, and here's our bolts that we make, and so here's the balance of the parts. So we'll get this all together and we'll show you as we go. Okay, thanks a lot. Right over here's the chassis. Chassis is about ready to go. Got some really nice parts on it. It's all the correct stuff here. Master cylinder, nice switches. Really good used coils, everything. Got the fork tubes are all ready to go. Turn signals are on. Got the button here on the headlight and everything. So really nice detail. If you look at it from this side, you can see the nice fitting on the swing arm, the nice center stand. Everything's pretty nice. So looks like we're gonna have this together next week or so. bad news bike continues. We started to get some more headway on it. Motor's all done. Mostly stock, except we got the NGK resistor covers, and we have these different half moons here. Outside of that, motor's all stock. These are the bolts that we make. You got the original head bolts that don't have a taper. Got the air box on it. Got the new intake manifolds. Just a few added touches that Johnny's does. We replayed all these bolts. We have these covers polished. This is a service that we can provide. Got the new window here for the oil level gauge. Got the new foot pegs on it. Got the stock air box. This is all nice, genuine stuff. Got running genuine ignition, genuine coils. Got the correct headlamp bucket with a rubber plug. Got the nice turn signals. Most of the parts are really decent. We left a little patina on it, as you see some minor pitting here on the turn signals. But we got the nice bolts and stuff. We wanted to leave it as a 73. We chose the genuine original stuff rather than the aftermarket. This is a reproduction chain guard that is made. And then we have the center stands all nice and everything. So we're still got some work to do to it, but just wanted to briefly show you what we're doing here. Now we also are trying out Continental tires. These are exact replicas of back in the day when Continental had these tires out. This is the rear. The rear looks pretty good, and it's just the right width. It's a 418, which is what they came with. And if you go to the front, we got the front tire on here, which was a 325/19. I'm so glad that Continental has these made. This adds a nice original touch to it, plus it's the proper size. And then you can see the rest of the bike is starting to come in just to place. We just received these meters back. We have Don Fulsang in Florida redoes these for us. And if you notice, 73 only had a space here between the mile per hour and the ND. Nice gauges. Plus the 73 to 75, they were all black in the number area, where 76 and up, they had a white outlay on the inside. And then we have the 9,000 RPM tachometer. What a nice job. The guy just does the great job. It's unbelievable. Restores them up and down, and we've always had good luck with this guy. If you need any meters done, we'll turn down the guy's number. Okay, this is what we call close to the conclusion of the bad news bike. I picked this bike up in Wisconsin off a guy, and he actually traded a couple loads of firewood for it. They called me up, and I went and bought it. Guy made a little bit of money on me, I'm pretty sure. So it had some issues with it, and I kind of wanted to ride it as an unrestored bike. But because of all the issues and what have you, I couldn't do it. We ran into one thing after another. So here's the really close to being finished product. Rode it 5 miles so far. We're getting ready to do a little bit more to it, but it's basically all done. I'm going to do some fine things probably. Just starting from the front, we laced and trued the wheels. Powder coated the front hub. That was done by Ace Powder Coating over in Akron. It's got Continental tires on it, front and rear. Nice replica. The size comes in 325-19, which was stock on the bike. We had our polisher polish out the lower legs, rebuilt with fork seals. We sell these boots here. It's got a few Johnny's parts on it, like the bolts here. We left the these are genuine turnstiles. If you look real close, you can see some minor pitting. We wanted to leave the bike with that patina because that's how we got it. Has the genuine lenses with the positive drive screws. See a little dot here on the screw. We call that a positive drive here in the States. If you look real close at it, we had the powder coated headlamp. Cleaned up the headlight rim here a little bit. These gauge lower covers here, we had these repowder coated. Then if you come to this part here of the motorcycle, you can see we had the gauges restored. We have a guy, his name is Don in Florida, who's retired, and this is what he does. And these gauges work. They're great. Got a couple aftermarket parts on it here and there. Johnny's makes this cable adjuster. Notice it has the one line in it right here. So this is one of the Johnny's parts. It's correct with the numbers on the head of the bolts and stuff. This part here is Johnny's part. We make this right here. We make this, and we make the handlebar bolts. It's a great paint job. You can see a little bit of minor pitting in here if you look really close. This is the correct 73 tank. The motor we had powder coated at Ace Powder Coating. It's a big job, but it's nice. The some of the parts on it, like it's got the correct sprocket cover. It's just polished. However, we put a petcock on it off of a 75. I didn't have any good black ones, and I'm kind of on the fence if I'm going to keep this on it or not, as long as it's how it works. We polished out the top caps here. These are billet cam end plugs, they call them. We like these. It's very good quality. Kind of dresses it up a little bit, even though it's not the correct part. We think it looks pretty good. Okay, these are Johnny's cam cover bolts. We made this is a reproduction NGK spark plug-in caps. We've got the correct head bolts on here that are straight like this with no taper, and we polished out all the aluminum covers and what have ya. And these are Johnny's nuts here and caps for the footrest. And this is all replated stuff here. All the stuff's replated. We do have a little bit later, we have a 76 footrest on it. I'm trying to piece together some good ones. Originally they came chrome on the insert right here, and they had a little different rubber. Nice reproduction chain guard, nice reproduction exhaust, powder coated center stand. We did put a K&N air cleaner in it. Notice K&N's a really good brand. If you look inside, that K&N filter will last the lifetime of this motorcycle. Okay, as you can see, we have the we replated all this. This is a nice reproduction seat. We restored the whole seat lock assembly here, as you can see. Got all the decals from the factory that we put on the paint. We offer these here at Johnny's, these stickers and what have ya. I still got to add a toolkit, and here's the document tray. This is the correct document tray for 73, and I need to add a manual to it. As I said earlier, this is a we're almost done with it. It's pretty nice. I mean, there's some few little things we're going to do, but we just wanted to kind of show you where we're at. And also, it has an automatic chain roller tank on it right here. This is the dipstick for it right here. This goes inside here. This is where you put your oil into for the automatic chain roller. We're not going to use this because it's messy and stuff, but it is still there and it is original. So this goes down inside there, and that's where you check the oil when you put it in. And then we rebuilt the shocks. These are genuine shocks. If you look at the same thing here on the chrome, you can see little tiny pitting here, but not bad. I just wanted to keep the patina right on the bike, make it look good. These are genuine fenders. Same thing here, very little minor pitting, but that's how we wanted to keep it. We wanted to leave it just like that. And if you come around to this side of the motorcycle, it's a 73 only rear backing plate with no indicator, and this is all polished out. This is a pretty nice bike, and complemented with the Continental tires on the rear. That's also a 418, which was the stock size. And most of the rest of the parts are either very high quality reproduction, or they are repolished or replated or what have you. A nice detailed bike. If you come to the front of the motorcycle here, we have a gorgeous sticker here. We have a guy in the United Kingdom that reprints those for us, so when we powder coat the frame, it's nice. And this is a very perfect frame, never been damaged. So we're going to start it up here for you in a second and let you hear it run, and I'll go over the starting procedure on a Z1 as when it's cold. Start the Z1. And it's brand new, so we're going to talk about this. If you come over here, since we got an early bike, we don't have a fuel gauge or like that, so I always pop the cap up and I look inside and I go like this. I can hear gas, and I got a little gas that wants to slosh a little bit. And if you look, the inside of this tank is absolutely gorgeous. And also, if you got anybody painting your tank, or you're painting the tank yourself, see how this is bare right here? And then just below it you got paint. You never ever want to paint the top of the tank, because if you do, there's a slight chance, or a really good chance, that the paint's going to go into the tank and it's going to have to go out somewhere. So it's going to go through the petcock, and if it goes through the petcock, then it goes through the carburetors, and you're not going to be a happy camper, because you'll probably have to go through the carburetors if the gas gets in the carburetors. So anyway, if you ever have someone painting your bike, or you're painting your bike, don't ever paint above this lip right here, because it's not a good thing. Okay, enough of that. Okay, I know I have gas, so I come over to this side here, and here's the petcock. Okay, now this is on off, this is on. Okay, this is reserve. I always like to start my bikes on reserve just because I like to do that. Okay, choke is up like this. Now if you come to this side of the motorcycle, see how I'm moving this lever right here? Up is on, down is off. If you come to the right side of the motorcycle, you're going to see what's happening here. When I go up with the lever, up goes the tube here. Okay, so that is on. When I press the lever down, that means the choke is off. Okay, pretty simple. Up is on, down is off. Okay, let's start this here. I don't like to give it any gas if I can help it. So the choke is on. Started up pretty easy. Now the motor is perfectly cold. I can hold my hand everywhere on it. So it's going to pop and wheeze a little bit till it warms up. light is on the left-hand side, green only in 73. So here's my on and off switch right here. Notice these are the early switches. Got lights on the back. Beam indicator on a Z1. Now it's down low. Off and on. Alright. How about brake light? That brake light? Working? How about the rear, Johnny? Get the rear. All good? Now, other light here where it says oil. If that comes on, shut the bike off. You got troubles. Okay, I'm going to take this for a little ride. Choke this off. See, I can feel heat come to the cylinder. I can still hold my hand on it, but it's still getting warm. I like to make sure it happens. Okay, I like to be pointed in the right direction I'm going when I put the bike in gear, just in case it sticks or something. Just see if it'll pull two people. His hand was injured, so he can't ride it himself in a racing accident. Okay, where we're at?
Just to the driveway.
Just to the driveway. This is a very nicely tuned motor. Notice how slow it goes. Perfectly tuned motor. Right behind it, that's the guy that built it. Perfect running motor. Few more small things to do to it, and we'll be offering it for sale very soon. And we really want to thank Rick's Electric. Rick donated the charging system regulator rectifier to us, which is all solid state in ace powder coating. They did a great job on all that, and got some nice Continental tires, and Don Fulsang from Florida who rebuilt the meters, and it's all good, and especially Hilo who did a great job putting it together, and our polisher. So we'll stay in touch, and thanks for enjoying our videos. Thanks. Getting ready to do the first road test with it. So I just put these mirrors on, adjusted them so I can see directly what's behind me. Got my helmet on, eye protection, boots. So we're ready for the road. Okay, the motor has already been a little bit warm, so I'm just going to hit the button. I always pull the clutch in because they don't have a safety switch on them.